I got a confession to make. It's Friday and I've got a meeting in about half an hour. Kids are going to be back soon after that, and I haven't done a video this week. So I just thought I'm going to sit down here completely dry with nothing. I'm just going to Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing.
I do have some shots though. I do have a few shots from the past couple of weeks of things I haven't used. Like I talked about the camera gear that we're using right now. Also like selling the Tesla and what we thought about the Tesla while we had it. Hannah also going to London. That's another thing I could use. So I've got bits I can cobble together. If you're used to coming here and seeing cinematic masterpieces, then you're going to be bitterly disappointed, I'm afraid. This is going to be a very basic rudimentary vlog, I'm afraid. But anyway, let's talk about what cameras we're currently shooting on. I have 3 main cameras I use for shooting these vlogs on now, so I thought I could show you what cameras they are and why I like them so much. So firstly is the Canon R5 with a 24mm lens. I normally go between the 24mm lens and the 50mm lens, but this is really the main A camera. So this is what I like to shoot most of the content on if I can. Secondly is the Osmo Pocket 3. This is a fairly new addition to the setup. Hannah absolutely loathes it. She hates this camera more than anything. Anytime I ask her to use it, she's like, I don't want to use the stick. We called it the stick because it looks like a big stick. Yeah, she hates the stick. I like it. I don't love it. I'm getting used to it. I really like the form factor. I like the fact it's really skinny and just easy for me to take around. It's obviously nicely stabilized the whole time, which is great. It's a really good camera. It just takes some getting used to. And then thirdly, is a fairly new addition, is the Insta360. This is super handy for like when you're in environments like a camper van and you need to capture lots of information in a very small space. So the other day I walked into a telephone box and I managed to capture pretty much all of the telephone box that I was standing in, and you could basically only fit me in it, but taking this in 360 mode basically meant that I could capture a lot of the information, which I wouldn't have been able to do on these 2 cameras. Say if you're out for dinner as well, you can just plonk this in the middle of the table, shoot in 360 mode, and then it's capturing everything. So say one of the kids said something funny, in post I can just swing it around to the kid talking, and then I could say something, swing it back to me, swing it to Hannah. I can do all of that in the edit. I don't need to do it with the camera, so I can just kind of leave it there. It has this other really good function as well, which I've just discovered, which is this ability to kind of leave it rolling, and then whenever somebody says something that's interesting or funny, I can just press a button and then it will record just that section. So I could technically have it sitting there for an hour. It constantly records and deletes unless I press the button, and then it will capture that, like the last 40 seconds of what was said. So that's really handy as well. A lot of what we want to do with our videos is capture candid moments, like capture moments which aren't sort of which aren't planned. They're the best really bits of footage that you want to capture is the authentic candid moments, and having a feature like that allows you to do it. So again, the form factor is similar to like the Osmo Pocket 3, very skinny, very thin, easy to carry around. So this is the current setup. It's quite lean and it allows me to capture lots of different dynamic content. The only thing I don't have with me is obviously the 50mm lens, which is in the house behind me. But yeah, that's it. That's the current setup. Hope you found it interesting. Bye.
I am off to London today for a meeting with one of my favourite skincare brands, so I thought I would take you with me. We're going to Soho, we're going to an Italian restaurant which I'm really excited about, so I have worn a very floaty dress so that I can stuff my face with pasta.
Unfortunately, the other day I broke the 360 camera while trying to get some sexy shot of me just boosted boarding down my hill, and I didn't attach it right. It's wrecked, so I've sent that off to get repaired, which is so annoying because we're going away to Portugal in 3 weeks and I really wanted the 360 camera for that Portugal trip because we're going to be inside a little camper van, so I need all that information captured with a 360 camera, so I don't think I'm going to get it back in time, but anyway, I'll figure something out.
I love this little street, it's so cute. Look, there's people riding horses.
We decided to sell the Tesla for a few different reasons, mainly because we're moving anyway, so we need to sell the car. We don't really need it. We don't use it that much other than school runs and getting the shopping and stuff like that. So we needed to get rid of it anyway. And also our insurance had just like rocketed. My insurance for fully comprehensive was $700 a year. It's now gone up to $1,700 a year for third party only. And I'm so like aggrieved at that I'm just like, all right, okay, it's going straight away. Like I would have probably held on to it until we moved, like right up until when we moved, but now I'm just going to sell it a few months before because I'm not paying that. I'm not paying £1,000 extra and I haven't even done anything wrong. I've still got a no claims bonus and everything. I'm like, you're just being greedy pigs, and I'm not having it. So I just sold it, making Hannah do the the walk now to school and back, so it's good for her.
I feel like the Tesla is a car that you would drive if you're not really into driving. It doesn't really feel like the same as driving a normal combustion engine car. Like when you have a car with an actual engine in it, you have all those thousands of like different mechanical pieces working together in harmony to propel you forwards. It's very different to driving a battery that just has 4 wheels stuck on it. A completely different experience. Hannah absolutely loves it, but for me, as somebody who likes the feeling of like an engine, I'm not a massive fan, if I'm honest. Quite a clinical experience, not a very romantic experience. There's no nuance to it. It's just, yeah, you're just propelled forward by a battery, essentially. It feels a bit like a go-kart, you know what I mean? I have lost a lot of money on it, though. We bought it from Tesla new, and in about 3 years, it is now worth under half of what we paid for it.
Whenever I come to London now, I'm like, how did I live here? It's so busy. Look, there's too many people. It's crowded, but there's just people everywhere. So I've got my sound cancellors on.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching this week. Sorry it was so rushed, but I wanted to give you something. I didn't want to leave you hanging there. I know what you like, waiting there all week, staring at YouTube, hoping, waiting, eagerly looking forward to. I wish. What am I talking about? This isn't 2014 anymore. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely week, and we will see you all next week for a more polished video, something a little bit less rough and ready. Anyway, yeah, cool. I hope you're keeping well, and we will see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.